What's the question?
You have no doubt that their romantic relationship was in effect from 2019 until the last time you spoke with her.
No doubt.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Fani Willis. Does she have a right to be so angry at the judge, so angry at everybody, or is she just ghetto? Let's start with the first lie. She says that she didn't start dating Wade until after she hired him. But this is her best friend testifying that she witnessed Wade and Fani Willis dating since 2019. Let's check out the clip.
Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade were in a romantic relationship.
What's the question?
You have no doubt that their romantic relationship was in effect from 2019 until the last time you spoke with her.
No doubt.
Now, both Wade and Willis later denied their relationship began in 2019, but if true, that alone would throw the entire case into question, on top of a lot of other issues, because that would mean she lied to the court. Now things only got worse.
That dress did not do her justice. I don't think anything can. But anyway, let's get back. Now, here's the real issue. It's not really a thing of, this case is not about when they started dating. It has a bit to do with that. But the main thing is, did they use taxpayer money to fund their lavish trips, the vacations they went on? They went to Belize, Aruba. So this is the story. She, obviously, them two are smashing, hooking up, dating, whatever. He's getting paid a crazy amount of money. He doesn't have the experience to do such a high profile case. There's not a bigger case that you could do. You know, what bigger case can you do than trying to get Trump? Like, this is the top of cases. And she hires him, this guy who it's been stated that they aren't sure if he's ever done a actual criminal case before. Nathan Wade is clearly not qualified for the position that was given to him. So how did he get it? Well, obviously he smashed for it. But what's the real story here? Who cares? I mean, people smash at work every day. This is, you know, just first off, this is a reminder to all people that these politicians, these people that tell you they're going to do so much for you and you vote for them and you really put your hope in them, this is who they are. Women smashing married men, men smashing married women, lying, cheating, corruption, fraud. If the IRS do not go, let me get back into it. The cash. So the problem of the case is that they were using money paid by the state to fund their dates, to fund their vacations and lavish lifestyle, right? He paid for all the cruises, all the trips, everything like that on a business credit card. Now, the issue is that Fani is the one that's being privileged because she's getting free trips from the taxpayer money. So in order for them not to be in trouble, Fani has to say, well, I paid him back, so I didn't benefit from taxpayer money. This is why the issue of cash comes in. Because with cash, you can't trace it. There's no paper trail. But the story that she's saying, she tried to cover up a hole and she dug another hole much deeper that she didn't plan on because she talked way too much. She was sassy, throwing out information that is not necessary. Here's what she did. So they obviously all were speaking together, her, Wade's lawyer, and her father, and they put together the scenario of her paying everything back in cash. Now, when she's asked, well, where did the cash comes from? This is what she says.
Hey, take a look.
Where did that cash originally come from? If it didn't come out of the bank?
Cash is fungible. I've had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from, when you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell you,
that's
I just have
flag.
cash in my house. I don't have as much today as I would normally have.
So there we go. Her answer is, I can't tell you where the cash comes from. I don't know where the cash came from that I paid him back, all these trips and everything. Does anybody believe this? Come on, who are we kidding? She has no withdrawals from her ATM, from her bank of cash. So her story is, I'm a person that has cash laying around the house. What are you, a drug dealer? The only people that got large amounts of cash like that, I know there are exceptions and things like that, but she is clearly lying. She's clearly lying. First off, she just admitted that she took money from her first campaign and kept it, okay? The IRS needs to be after her. More than this, what's not being shown on the news is she wrote a book in which she claims she was at one point very, very poor for a long time, very poor. Poor to where she needed help paying for bills and things like that, right? She was very poor and broke. So it comes to question, well, how does a broke person like that, who wrote in a autobiography about how broke she was, come to have all this cash that she always has laying around the house? It just doesn't make sense. She tried to cover one hole and now she dug up a whole nother one. The IRS needs to be on her. Listen, if this was anybody else, could you imagine telling a judge that you paid somebody a large amount of money, but you don't know where the money came from? The judge will lock you up and throw away the key. That is clear fraud. If you can't give a detailed explanation of where the money comes from, the judge will look at you all types of ways. Like that looks like clear guilty. Thousands of dollars that she supposedly paid back in cash, and she has no idea where the money came from. Because it's not from work. It's been proven that it's not from work because she gets direct deposits. You get direct deposit. And if you get direct deposit and you don't have any withdrawals, then that means you're not touching that money. So where's the money coming from that you're paying him back cash? It's all lies, guys. This is the truth. She appointed this guy. They felt like they're on top of the world. She's feeling herself. She said, I finally made it. I have all this money. Nobody's going to find out because everybody hates Trump. Nobody's going to know what we're doing. Let's go to Belize. Let's go to all these cruises. Turn up. They used a business credit card at a tattoo parlor. And they said that all the expenses on a business credit card was for marketing. Over $700 at a tattoo parlor for marketing. They were vacationing. They got a tattoo in Belize. They were turning up. They were living the life. They never thought they would be on stand. And here they are. And this has to be spoken about because it's not about forget Trump. This got nothing to do with Trump. This case that we're talking about, Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, got nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with her lying about when they started dating. She appointed the person that she was dating to the most important position when they were obviously much more qualified people. She used him. All the money that he was making, she used him for all these trips to make her happy. Now she's on stand lying about cash. It's all a lie, and it needs to be called out. And this isn't about being Republican or Democrat. This isn't a black versus white thing. This is about her. This is about this specific situation in which she is clearly lying. You're telling me you are a district attorney and you don't know where your money comes from? It's clear lies, guys. And I'm just calling it out. Catch you in the next one.